pencil is black, and in fact the whole process of drawing is making a paper dirty or making a paper black on the right spots. I also play with this cliche of that's the new thing everybody's saying now is the film noir, because I'm playing with the cliche of the film noir, and it's, of course the film noir is very connected to this period that I'm using for the drawings. It's more direct, the pencil. There's more distance with paint, somehow. I like it that it's on my desk, that it's like writing, that I can take it with me. It has this kind of portable quality that's not in paintings. It interested me very much, the idea of the amateur that was the Sunday painter making paintings after these old postcards. In every city you have books with old pictures of the city, and they use it often to make paintings of trams or trains. And I like that idea to work like an amateur, something that's really not allowed because nostalgic is not so very hip. I like the idea it's completely useless because you're drawing after photos that already exist. Why would you draw it? I like to reproduce those photos by hand, so it makes no sense. But that's kind of just like life, it makes no sense. So it fits really well in the idea. The first 2-3 years I did only Den Haag, my city of birth in Holland. And then I slowly got some other stuff in. And then in 2006 the stories came in, and also the violence came in. And I think the violence is also nice to draw because it has a kind of action in it. It's not so standing still. There's one important rule. I'm using an image or a text or something visual or part of a movie that was made before my birth, so before 1965. I think that's the most important rule. All photos, all texts, this whole history was a big box. And then I noticed I could build stories using those pictures. Using those texts together, you could make stories that are in fact true, because all the elements are historical facts, but the whole story on its own is absolutely not true. But then I made so many stories and the storyline is getting so complicated now that for me it's impossible to use found text. So now I often write my own text because I want the story to develop. I don't want it to be too much collage. In the beginning it was a complete collage, it was a total deconstructed thing. But as the story developed, I felt the need to have some storylines in it that gave it a body, that gave it a direction, the whole story. So then I decided that it was allowed for me, I changed the rules, that it was allowed to write text myself as long as I write in the text which year it is. So I can write it is 1965, blah blah blah. There is an element that has to do with now, because often I make drawing series that are related to where I am at the moment, or related to shows I have, or related to cities I visit. course you're in the now and you have to accept that. But I am very interested in living virtually in the then. And I think it's a very interesting and a very comforting idea that I am working every day with this period that I was not existing. So every day I'm working with non-existence. And there will be a period that I will be non-existing anymore. So for me it's also a way of getting used to non-existing. I mean, dying is not, nobody likes dying. But it's comforting to know that it's a part of me. It became a part of me, a part of my identity to think about not being, because my whole work is based on it.